It says back on the 19th, new explore this amazing community created ecosystem map of the many projects building the future of DeFi on Stellar with Sorobon. And one of the main things I want to highlight here for you guys is this whole thing here. Okay, so I'm gonna blow it up even that much bigger for you guys and take you over there. All right, stretch this out, and you'll see here some of these key ones. So I know it's kind of big, but what you'll see is all these ones that are part of this Sorobon Stellarverse. Okay, so one thing that kind of drew my attention is, I don't know if you can see me moving the mouse around, but it's this one, it's next to like the left of this little puppy thing. Okay, and it's basically called Soroswap. Let's jump back to this for a second. Here it is. Now, the reason why I want to point this out is obviously we talk about, for instance, exchange tokens. We talked about the whole thing of, Hedera when it comes to Soroswap and whatnot, right? Very cool stuff. And you have to keep in mind that, there's always value when it comes to exchange tokens. And I'm not saying that this will blossom into an exchange token, but I didn't really see many people talking about this, period. And I'm really interested to see where we go with this. So here it is. It's called Soroswap. And you know where I'm going to go with this. I think it's definitely worth pointing out. Not many followers, as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely brand new. I mean, anything Sorbonne in reality is brand new. But we did talk about the whole notion of things coming into the ecosystem. Okay, look at this. 8 hours ago, are you aware that they posted about this? What about doing DeFi swaps for only 0.005 USD transaction fee? I'm telling you flat out, I think this is worth pointing out because you want to know something? Stellar had that news update about moving 10 million of USDC for 0.50 and a 1. 10 million for that amount? Now, we understand that, your Uniswaps will always have value. I felt as though that, when it comes to Uniswap V4, a tremendous amount of value should come in because that's 99% savings on gas fees, right? So keep in mind that, action, reaction, supply and demand. What happens with this? Now, there is no mention yet, and maybe never will be, but it makes sense that there will be. When it comes to the actual token or any type of tokenomics, it just doesn't seem to exist. I mean, when we talk about something brand new, well, of course, I mean, Sorbonne's not even out yet, right? But we know that this is Stellar's premier smart contract platform. It just really caught my eye. When I got more into this, I thought to myself, hey, something new to bring to the community. And you see that, like it says, it's built on Sorbonne Official and, of course, Stellar. There's an example of this person, I guess for testing purposes or whatever. It shows that the person swapped only 0.373041 XLM, and it's on the Public Explorer. There's a representation of that. And look at this. Look at the fee that was charged. 0.373041 of Stellar lumens. So if this thing takes off, you can imagine the value that'll be brought in through this. And when it comes to some of these swaps, meme tokens always stand out. But again, like, is this a taste of things to come? I really do think that it could be. Their site is up. Okay, we're always pointing out potential gems. What happens with this? So their site is up, and like it mentions, and I'll take off some of the stuff for a moment. It says it's the first DEX of the Sorobonne blockchain. Guys, this is brand new. One of the pioneers within the Stellar blockchain ecosystem, Soroswap stands as a testament to the potential of decentralization and automation in the world. Getting more into this, you see some of the visuals. You have the whole thing of swap, fast, cost-effective switching experience like no other. Our advanced technology powers fast transactions, so you can exchange your tokens and move on with your day in no time. Our exchange fees are surprisingly low. Cost, for example, 0.3%. And of course, there's some of the examples. Pretty darn cheap. Getting more into this, what are some of the benefits of using Soroswap? Well, fast. They fine-tune the platform to deliver quick and smooth token exchanges, low fees. Cross-border, Sorbonne is a revolution for Stellar. We know about some of this stuff. Permissionless. I like this part. Anyone with a Stellar wallet can access and trade without KYC. It was pointed out before, when it comes to Stellar, there is still a little bit of KYC. So, decentralization, operating without intermediaries, allows direct peer-to-peer token swaps. But there has to be some version of this. I think we have our answer. At some point, this will be the I guess you could say the token swap. I know that there's Lumen swap, guys. I'm fully aware of that. But this is Sorbonne that we're talking about. I think this is going to stand out. It'd be interesting to see where we go with this. And of course, it's very new. I mean, this is not completely done yet. It says start now, connect your Stellar wallet, trade without KYC. How? It's not even out yet. Like, Sorbonne's not completely done. But again, understanding they're building this site, and if we understand the value of, for example, and I'll come back into the frame, the example of Sauce with Hedera, understand, wow, we could be really, really early when it comes to this. And I'll just show you an example just real quick, especially when it comes to Sauce. So I'm going to take you over to this. I know this is not a Sauce segment, but it's nice to reference some of these things. So let's pull this up. Let's full screen this as well. So for example, Sauce, right? From what I've seen here, you have a case of where Sauce started off, roughly November, I guess you could say, 2022. You had examples of, all-time lows was only 10 months ago at 0.2099. And of course, all-time highs was only a month ago, 23 cents. So why am I sharing this with you? I want you to understand, when we say you are freaking early when it comes to Sorbonne, I've had people mention to me, how do you buy Sorbonne? You can't buy Sorbonne. Sorbonne is a premier smart contract platform, as we know, when it comes to Stellar. But to have Soroswap tells me that we're going to have an exchange token that's involved with the whole thing. For me, I don't know if I buy immediately, because as we know, sometimes when a token releases, it can tank in value. But at some point, I think it's going to have a tremendous amount of value. If you have a case of 140, 160, I can't remember the exact count now, but all those ones, they're part of this Sorbonne ecosystem, right? Connected to Stellar. You're trying to tell me that at least a handful of those, heck, not even a handful, just even one or two, is not going to have tremendous value? Bringing in all of this stuff and having this particular premier swap for Sorbonne, I think that is game changer. I'll be really interested to see what the tokenomics are going to be like. And we'll have to see what happens from there. That is, for example, I believe the last bit of coverage. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, that's the last bit of coverage of what we have for tonight in regards to all of it. JASMY, Stellar, so on and so forth. Some of you guys ask what cold storage solution I use. I use this, and it is the Decent wallet. All right. I also, of course, have a ledger like this. All right. You can get a discount basically from going into the affiliate link, which is in all the live video descriptions and recorded and so on. And for the yahoos that are out there, they're like, this is just a shield. And, we'll fix point this out. And it's a great point. Were you aware that you don't necessarily get a discount link just going straight to the site? No, you actually have to go through a platform like this. So how cool is that? I don't think anybody's complaining about that. But anyway, use the link, get a discount. There's another one here. If you're the type of person you want to get one for you and your significant other, you could get 2 of them. They actually have another promotion, which is this, and I think this is cool. You can get an all-in-one card wallet plus backup card package. Interesting. I thought that was cool. And again, one of the main key things I like about the Descent wallet is not having to do the red tape of jumping through all the hoops for XDC and the custom folder. I mean, Edward Vincent can vouch on that. Some of you guys can too as well in regards to Ledger. That was a pain in the butt. You don't have that problem. You literally open up your phone, it's on your app, track everything that's going on, right? And saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. You know the drill. Check it all out though if you wish to do so. It is truly the cold storage solution that I use for the most part. There's still some on Ledger that I kind of split it up on it and so on. So it is what it is. But if I have preference over one, I'm going with this one. A lot easier to use and so on. And some people, even to this day, still ask me which one to use.